everybody, how you doing? Today is Q&A day, so I'm going to answer as many questions as I can in 10 minutes because I don't like my videos to be too long because my internet out here is not fabulous and it takes forever for them to upload into the interwebs. So I asked everyone on Instagram, I was like, hey, I'm going to do a Q&A. What are your Q's? And now here's the A part. So I'm not going to be able to get to everyone's questions, just so you know, because I only have 10 minutes, but I will try to answer as many as I can. Okay, so let's see. Tabik75 says, this is amazing. Is there any chance of making a personal plus, or she says wide, but my line is called plus, in creme brulee deluxe in the future or with a spine so that it can be extra stuffed? So as with all of my lines are based on what people want, and I know what people want by what they spend their dollars on. So if and also when they call in and they say, hey, do you have this, and questions like this, they let me know, hey, people might want this product. So is there a possibility that that could be in the future? Yes, there's always a possibility. Is it going to be in the near future? Unfortunately, no, because I've already set up my next collection and it's going to go forward, but you never know what's in the future. And yes, I absolutely will consider your request, absolutely. And Dano182 says, when are the new Pemberley colors coming out? November 1st, as long as nothing happens with production. They are currently being made for me. All of the Pemberley colors are custom colors that are made just for me by my leather manufacturer. So as soon as they're done making them for me, I will have them out for you, and I'm hoping that that's going to be November 1st. And let's see, KKW55, how did you find your passion for creating such beautiful leather books? Was stationery always a bit of a hobby? Okay, so the first one, how did I find the passion for creating leather books? Quite by accident, actually. I was convalescing at home after having to have 2 surgeries within 1 week, and I was struggling with feelings of loss and going through a hard time, and I wanted to journal about it. And so I had gotten online and I have found a whole bunch of things on journaling. I found the Traveler's Notebook. At the time, I could not afford to buy a Midori, and I came across Ray Blake's video on how to make your own, and I had extra leather and from a project previously, so I dug it out. I made one for myself. I absolutely loved it. I started sharing online, and when other people saw it, they wanted one too, and so it just kind of just took off from there, and that's how it all started. I do love working with leather. I kind of always have. To answer the second part of your question, stationery has always been a big part of my life. I love to write. I love pretty stationery. I had pen pals as a kid, and we would always send each other cool stationery letters with the newest stationery that we had. And so I've always loved to write. I've always loved to journal. It's always been like a major part of me. Curly Hair and Daisies says, what's your favorite leather and size, and what do you use your journals for? Okay, so my favorite leather right now is the Pemberley leather, and that is because the way that it molds around the books is just so nice. Like if you have a Darcy and you roll your Darcy because you like it to be super soft, then you will love the Pemberley because it's already been rolled for you, and it has this beautiful texture that isn't too raised. There's all kinds of different textures in it though, so what I love about it is that it's completely, every piece is unique. It's not a cookie cutter thing. each one is unique, and it's leather, you know, so it's always going to be unique. But my current sizes, I use a pocket to make lists and shopping lists and my bullet journal, and then I use a wide size to journal in, and both of them are Pemberleys. Both of them are in the prototype color, which is actually, I call it honey because it looks like honey to me, but the prototype color is actually the exact same color as the toffee. So that's probably more information than this question asked, but there you go. Let's see. Kathy 1025 says, will you be restocking the American Dream Deluxe? I need that yellow. Yes, Kathy, we do restock every business day between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so keep your eye out for it. Sign up for those notifications. I know they work. Let's see. Mrs. Blackshire, why do you use your journals for? I use my traveler's notebooks to journal, to art journal, to write down ideas. I use them in my business to keep track of all of my business meetings that I have. I draw out ideas. And this is mostly why I don't really share my notebooks, is because they are full of proprietary things that I don't want to share publicly. So I just normally don't share them. But I just use them for all the same things that you guys do, except for planning. I do not plan in a traveler's notebook. The closest I come to planning is bullet journaling, and I don't really consider that planning. It's more of keeping on task. So that's kind of what I do there. Lori Nicholson, Lori.Nicholson, would you ever consider carrying extra wide, at least in American Dream? So the American Dream leather is part of my new line for 2017, and it is going to have pyrograph on it. So we're going to put pyrograph, and it can be anything as simple as a sentence to an entire paragraph to a huge design. You can do anything you want on this leather. It will be an option. You will be able to upload an image to me. Maybe it's something that your child drew, or a letter that your grandmother wrote you, anything like that, and I will burn it onto the leather for you. And so it's going to make a one-of-a-kind keepsake that is completely customizable to you. I will have some designs that I create myself for you, so that you can just get something almost ready-made. The customization, of course, will cost a little bit more, but it is definitely there for you, and that is in the classic design. If you wanted to be in a deluxe design, that's definitely a possibility, but I do have to work it out because it does take some time to do. It's not something that just gets stamped on the notebook. This is not a stamp. This is burned into the notebook. So it does take a little bit of time. Okay, I only have time for maybe one more question. Let's see. Kim Hertz says, what is your current favorite planner? Okay, I already answered that one. I already answered that one. Test plans. How long does it take to complete just one notebook? Thanks. I love CS. Okay, tests. It depends on the notebook. The American Dreams that we currently have, they take 2 days. And so they take a lot of time, and I've underpriced them, and it's hurt me. They take a lot of time to do, and that's because of all the hand dyeing and all the hand detail that goes into those. We edge everything that we do. Everything gets edged. The stitching has to be perfect. If one thing goes wrong, we redo the whole thing. That's why we have the orphanage, is because stuff goes wrong, we have to redo it. So it could take anywhere to do one notebook. It could take me, if it's a classic, say, it could take me anywhere from 1 hour to 2 days to do a notebook. It just depends on the leather. Okay, love_evolve says, would Chic Sparrow ever consider making TN in micro, A7 size, or B6 size? And to answer that question, yes, absolutely. And that will be in the new patina line. You'll be able to get any size you want in that line. I have invested a lot into making that line a reality, and I really want to be able to offer you as much as I possibly can in that line. And I mean, if you wanted a bare naked notebook that was a micro or a B6, which I love B6 by the way, it's probably going to be my next notebook. But if you, or composition size, any size that you want with anything put on it or nothing at all, depending on what you want. Yes, that's absolutely going to happen. And yes, I'll be happy to do that for you. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. I have lots of questions here, so I probably will do this again. So thank you all for asking your questions. If you would like to ask me a question that I haven't answered yet, please leave it in the box below. And the next time I do one of these videos, I will go to the comments here on this video to get my source for that video. And I do want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you've given me. And I know whenever there's change, there's always going to be heartache for some people. And I feel for you, I really do, and I am so sorry that the change wasn't something that sang to you. I know in the future there will be something that will, and just thanks for hanging in there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.